My name is Eric Ogle, 23 years old. I'm from Georgia. Moved out here to Houston right after I graduated college. I graduated from Mercer University in Georgia, accounting degree, minor in finance. And my senior year, I just got really serious about fitness. Was doing social media, started that in March of 2020. So throughout my senior year, just got a lot more serious about it. Competed in summer shredding in 2020, kind of got my foot in the door with get my name out there in the fitness industry. And after I graduated, I was already seeing a return like monetarily on fitness, social media, everything I'm doing. So I decided to move out here to Houston just to grow everything that I'm working on. And that's been the case ever since I moved here. I live here in Houston, train at Alphaland. I also work there. I'm a sales rep. So deal with memberships. If you need a membership, hit me up. I got you. Other than that, I'm the co-owner of Amp Sups. We're a supplement company, started in mid 2020. So I help run that, do all of our marketing, athlete management, a lot of our content, graphic design, stuff like that. And other than that, just another dude who loves to work out. I'd say my platform is kind of built upon natural aesthetics, staying natty, building the best version of yourself naturally, just crafting your dream physique over time. So that's what I preach and try to show others that they can do. So just here to inspire other people, love making content, just love working out, man. Fitness is like my life and I never get bored of it.
You kind of mentioned you got started really getting into it in your senior year of college, but was fitness or anything working out, was that a part of your life before that?
Oh yeah, 100%. Like in college, I'd say that's when I started watching other people's content, like other influencers, all kind of like the OGs, like the David Lay, Dylan McKenna, Steve Cook, all those guys. And I kind of just watched them casually and just looked up to them as inspiration. And as I got more serious about training, fitness, stuff like that, I was like, why shouldn't I do this myself? I love watching their content. I'd love to do it. So COVID came around in 2020, got sent home from school, and basically like my gym at home was shut down. I bought like $700 worth of gym equipment online from Facebook, made like a home gym, bought a camera, and just been posting ever since. So that's how it all started. Like just being home away from school. I was in a fraternity and like not having all that time commitment, like classes got really easy. I had so much time on my hands. I was like, I need to put towards something fun and something I enjoy. So I started making content. And that's around the time I announced I was going to do summer shredding. It got pushed back to October that year, but documented my whole prep. And that's how I got like my foot in the door with gaining traction on social media. But I've always loved working out. Like growing up, sports is always my main thing. But in high school, I started working out for football. And that's where I really like found my love for fitness. And, I've always just been better at myself, like working on myself, not having someone else tell me what to do. There's a big like entrepreneur in me, and that I see the same thing in fitness. Like I love sports, but having a coach, you always have someone to tell you what to do. They're dictating whether you're in the game or not. But fitness is like you go in, you do your thing, you leave, and it's all up to you in order to do that work. And you get out what you put in, and it's all up to you. So I really always have loved that about fitness, and just crafting the best physique I can. So I've been training since high school, but I didn't get really serious until college.
It's really cool what you said about like fitness is that place to where really you really always are the starter. If you're the star player, it's all on your shoulders. And I think that's such a cool aspect because it's not just really even about like lifting weights or doing cardio or anything like that. That's definitely, part of it. That's a big part of the actions, but it's really what you get out of it, what you learn from it, all that kind of stuff. And another interesting thing you said, and I was actually talking about this and thinking about this today, was when you brought up COVID. And of course that was a really rough situation for a lot of people, but I think whenever there's a negative situation in life, there's always that potential to turn it into something positive. And it seems like you really capitalized on a negative situation and turned it into something that benefited you. And not to say that more people couldn't have done that, because obviously certain people were in worse situations, things like that, but like just in any situation in life, you get fired from your job or whatever happens, not just sitting around and saying, woe is me, or the world is against me, but actually saying, yeah, that sucked, but how can I actually make a better situation out of that? And I think that's a really cool situation that you were able to do that.
Exactly. And what I've learned over the past few years and since then is time is so valuable. So with COVID, what came with that? A whole lot of time that a lot of people did nothing with, and they, fell into bad habits. So you have all that time available. Why not do something productive with it? Like I like staying busy, and that's when I go crazy is when I don't have things to do. Like today I'm off work. I've been slammed with stuff, but I love that. I always love just going, 100 miles an hour, and that's what keeps me sane. And when COVID came around, it's like I'm stuck at home literally all day. It's like, what do I do? I could have easily sat down on the couch, binge watched Netflix, ate bags upon bags of potato chips, and that happened to a lot of people. And that's why you saw, like COVID rise, because people are living very sedentary lifestyles. And it was awful that so many gyms shut down. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's probably the best thing. But COVID impacted a lot of people's health. But if you played your cards the right way, like me, kind of make a home gym. You don't even need a gym. You have all that time to just hit a workout outside, whatever, calisthenics, whatever it may be. Use that to your advantage because you have so much time. Put it towards something that's going to benefit you. When COVID's all over. So if it wasn't for that time period, I don't even know if I'd be sitting here today. So I'm very grateful for that not COVID itself, but the amount of time it gave me to put towards finding this love for fitness, content creation, everything that I'm doing today,
All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break here just for a second. Let me tell you about Smoking Gun Coffee. They're a veteran-owned coffee company that strives to produce a quality coffee at an affordable price. They only buy coffee from small coffee farmers around the world with a cup score of at least 85. Each batch is roasted to order for maximum freshness. They also donate a large portion of their proceeds to organizations that help local communities, veterans, first responders, or you can donate to the foundation of your choice at the checkout by going to www.smokingguncoffee.com. That's SMOKIN Gun Coffee. Yeah. And it seemed like, too, it gave you a path. Mm-hmm. Before that, did you ever see yourself, going down this path that you did go down?
Not at all. And I'm glad you asked that because I was a great kid, like in college and everything. Like I had good grades and everything, but I'd never had like a plan, which is what I always stressed about so much. So I came into college, just like everyone else, not everyone, but I felt like I had to go to college. My parents were very supportive of that. I was fortunate enough to go to a great school, but I came in not knowing what the hell I wanted to do at all. So my dad and my brother were both business majors. So I was like, all right, I'll go into the business school, kind of do what they did. Just runs in the family. Fraternity brother helped me a lot with accounting, and I got it down really well. And I figured, I'm good at it. I was always like one of the top in my class. Like people would always come ask me for questions, stuff like that. I understood it and it wasn't fun at all, but I was good. So I was like, all right, I'm just going to do accounting as my major. And after my sophomore year, this is obviously pre-COVID, I worked an internship for 3 months straight, 45 hours a week, 8 to 5 every day. And that scared me, to be honest. I made the most money in 3 months of my life during that, as a kid, but I was very grateful for the money, but my life, my happiness was the worst it had ever been. It was the most stereotypical job, sit at a desk, clock in. All I'd look forward to is my lunch break every day. But those 3 months showed me that the corporate life is not for me. And, a lot of the people in my position say the same thing. And that's what brings them to, entrepreneurial endeavors, content creation, whatever it may be. So that internship, I'm very grateful for it because it showed me what I don't want to do. So I had my degree and everything. I stayed as an accounting major the remainder of college, but the whole time I was like, what am I going to do? I can't do this after. So that's why once I started seeing my socials grow and the amount of money I was making from social media, I was very hungry to do it as a career. So I made it a goal to, when I graduate, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it happen. So that's what I did. Did a number of different things like sponsorships, allowed me to make some income every month. Started an online coaching business. That was my number one source of income. Loved that. Did it for all the way up until 2022, online coaching. But I was able to see a return financially. I was like, if I keep scaling this, I don't have to get that job. And I could always have the degree if I ever need it. But that was really my motivation, was escaping that 9 to 5 life, graduate college, go get your first job and work up the corporate ladder. I hate having other people tell me what to do. So I'm very thankful that I worked so hard to get to where I am today, because I'm the happiest I've ever been. And I love not working accounting, to be honest.
Yeah, and even having that though, that experience, I'm sure has been very helpful in your own kind of business endeavors.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. I mean, I learned a lot in college. I'm very grateful for my degree. I don't have any hatred towards accounting. I just simply didn't enjoy it, but it gave me a lot of, like business skills that I can apply to social media, my supplement company, all that. Just understanding the way money flows, I guess. But
Yeah.
yeah, it definitely benefited me. So I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. So I know me going to school, getting that accounting degree, taking all those classes, everything, finishing it out, has brought me to where I am today. So I'm very thankful for it.
And making a move like that, that's pretty cool and obviously very, entrepreneurial, very adventurous. Was that something that almost just came natural to you, or was there some fear behind that? Like what kind of emotions were you experiencing when you decided to and then finally made that move?
Yeah, so I'd say my last semester of college is when I really got the thought of moving out to Houston. I'd say after summer shredding, probably around like December that time, the thought came to my mind, and that's when I was like, all right, by May when I graduate, I want to go out there and do it full time. I can't remember like an exact day or time where it hit me like I need to move to Houston. It just came naturally to me, and again, that's why I'm a firm believer in everything happens for a reason. Something was just calling me there, and it could not have worked out any better. And granted, it was a big risk. My parents were very, very supportive, which I'm forever thankful for. But I told them when I moved home, they were kind of expecting it, but I told them the day I moved home, we went out to dinner. Told them after that dinner, I was like, hey, I just want to let y'all know I applied for an apartment. I got approved. I intend on moving out to Houston about a month later in July. And they're like, it's your life. You're an adult now. You have your degree. As long as you can, pay your student loans, then by all means do it. And the way I looked at it is I signed a 12-month lease. I signed for this apartment I'm in right now without even looking at it. I was just so ready to be out here. So I did it. And the way I looked at it was like, all right, I'm going to give it a year. And if everything, goes downhill, then I'll just move back home, start over, start from square one. But if I do well within that year, I'll stay out there. And that's exactly what I'm doing now. Today, I went and looked at a new apartment that I'll be moving into next month, because this lease is about to end and it's a big upgrade. So the past year I've been here, it's almost been a year. It's been 11 months. It's so surreal to look back on. I don't really realize until I think back and, see the progress I made. So much can happen in 1 year, and even less than that, even like 3 months. I'd say 2022 since January has been the most progress and success I've had. And it's because a big reason is Alphaland. Me being there, just being around so many people, me having a job there too that I love and enjoy. It's honestly like my dream job. I love going to work every day, but I don't look at it as a 9 to 5. Like I could talk more about that job, but I love it, and everything's just gone so well. And I'm not trying to get complacent though. I say that, but there's always something more that I need to be working towards. And that's a big reason why I hopped into summer shredding this year. It's because I felt like I was getting complacent, kind of on repeat mode. I was like, all right, I need something new, and just dedicated pretty much like my whole life to it these past 22 days, because I hopped into the show, or I committed to it 30 days out. And that's been my number one focus, is documenting that, doing a better job as I did in 2020, and just inspiring people, showing people that, I have 30 days to bring the best physique possible. I'm going to do it and just bring the best thing package I can, just beat that past physique. And, there's always something you need to get out of your comfort zone, because I'm not going to lie, the day I committed to it, I made it public, and I was like very nervous. I was like, oh shoot, I have 30 days. Like I got to get it in gear. And I've been doing that, and I've loved the process, and I feel alive again. And I'm just kind of thinking about what's going to be next after summer shredding, because I don't want to go back to that repeat mode like I was on. Like I want something else after that. So whatever it may be, I'm hungry for it.
This podcast is sponsored by Smoking Gun Coffee, a veteran-owned coffee company that strives to give back to those in need. Don't forget to use code TWR10 for a 10% discount at checkout. Yeah, I think having a goal, constantly having something to like push yourself and honestly kind of put a little pressure on yourself too is a really good thing. You know, you have
That's a
to,
privilege. And that's what I've been telling myself every day. Like, I love having all the eyes on me. Makes me work harder and makes me just want to inspire more people and use my platform for a positive need.
yeah. And kind of tell us a little bit about the last, you know, I think you said 22 days. Like, how has that been just like a completely different experience than the first time you were prepping for this?
Yeah. So the first time I did it, I had a coach. It was Shali Coker, the owner of Anaka. Great coach, but I did it in 12 weeks. I started at a much higher body fat percentage. So, I was 30 days out. I was in the office at work, and I was actually 31 days out. I told my coworker, Jake, I was like, bro, we're like exactly a month away from summer shredding. So that day I went on my story and I was like, hey guys, like, I'm going to do it, 30-day prep. We'll see how it goes. Just going to try to get in the best shape of my life in 30 days. So the next day, 30 days out, was the official start of my prep. So since then, been tracking every single food I eat. My diet's way cleaner. Training's a lot better. I'm not going to lie, just because I have a goal in mind. So I've been going like 100 miles an hour, but I wish I would have committed sooner. I'm not going to lie, because I've been having such a blast like documenting this. And I'm going to miss like this little month of prep. Like, it's been so much fun just documenting every single day, challenging myself. Obviously it's not too much fun dieting, eating the same foods every day, but that's what you got to do. Like 45 minutes of cardio a day. That's what I was doing earlier. I feel exhausted right now. That's why I might be kind of slow with talking, but it's been great, man. I've really just had to push myself though. That's what it requires when you do a contest prep. You got to take your body to the extreme, because your body doesn't want to be at that body fat percentage. It wants to be higher than that. So that's why, you got to do all these things, manipulate your training, your cardio, your diet, everything, in order to bring that best package possible. So I've loved it, man. It's been great.
And do you kind of feel like you have that personality of just like challenging yourself and taking things to the extreme and like, getting outside of your comfort zone? Or do you kind of work towards that personality?
I'd say a little bit of both. I'm not gonna lie, like there are some times where it's hard for me to get out of my comfort zone, but the more I do it, the more thankful I am for it. Like I said, like when I was 30 days out, whatever, that first week I was like, shoot, like I'm really doing this. Like, how am I gonna do? Like, not gonna lie, like body dysmorphia kicks in. You think you're not lean enough, blah blah blah. You think you might not have enough size, but at the end of the day, as long as you're working your hardest and you're doing all the right things, checking all the boxes daily, that's all you can do. And as long as I'm bringing a better physique than I did last time, that's all I care about. That, and just knowing that I left everything out on the table, didn't cheat on my diet, didn't skip a workout, didn't skip a cardio session. As long as I'm doing everything I'm doing, I know that at the end of it, I'll be happy with myself. But I'd say with fitness and like everything I'm doing, you've got to get out of your comfort zone, whether it's new styles of content, making relationships with different people, whatever it may be. You really got to get outside your comfort zone, because when you do, you'll really, go to that next level.
And being at Alphaland, training there and just being around that environment, do you think that like pushes you and especially at the beginning, like pushed you really kind of further than you thought maybe, you were capable of just, being in that environment?
100%. So for anyone watching this, like if you worked out at Alphaland, like it's the top 1% of the population. You go down the road to your Planet Fitness, odds are you're going to be the biggest guy in there. You go to Alphaland, you're humbled. There's a lot of professional bodybuilders, insane physiques, a lot of social media people who are out here for the same reason as me. So your perception of, the average physique is skewed. It's on the upper end. Whereas you go to any other gym in the area, I look like a freak there. But like, I love being Alphaland because it humbles me. Like, I see all these other guys, for example, Badman Mo, one of the craziest physiques I've ever seen. He's there with his shirt off daily. It's like, I look over at him, it's like, all right, I need to start pushing some more weight, but it's motivating, but like having a lot of people there who are doing the same thing as me is very supportive, because they understand what I'm doing. You go to a commercial gym, half the people there haven't even heard of what men's physique is, but at Alphaland, it's a younger crowd. Everyone's hustling, everyone's getting content. Everyone's working their ass off. So that's the environment you need. And with the show being here in Houston local, like it puts me at an advantage training there, because Alphaland, everything revolves around summer shredding. It is popping right now. So with me being there, being around, everyone working for Alphaland, everyone, a lot of people who are doing the show, whatever it may be, it's a very supportive environment, but it's also very, very challenging because you see all these other people working their ass off and who probably look better than you. It's like, you got to beat them. So you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah. No, I think it's really cool to kind of put yourself in that environment to where you're not, the top guy, you're not the top girl at the gym. You have something to push you, something to motivate you. Being the smartest person or the fittest person in the room is oftentimes kind of the worst place to be because there's nowhere else to go. You're at the top.
Exactly. You don't want to be a big fish in a little pond. You're only limiting yourself to your true progress or true potential. So that's the thing. You always want to surround yourself with people who are doing it bigger than you because, it sounds cliche, but you're the average of the 5 people you hang around most. Go to a commercial gym, if you're the biggest guy there, you're probably going to half-ass your training because you think to yourself, oh, like, I look the best here. Go to Alphaland, it's like, snap, I got a lot of work to do. Let me work harder. Let me do an extra set. Let me finish out this last rep. Let me not skip this workout. Let me not skip this cardio session. Like, you got to do what you got to do in order to really show out there and be here, and especially with this show. Every year it's gotten more competitive, bigger packages. It's untested. So being a natural athlete, like, I got to work harder than other guys because there's a lot of guys who are enhanced, and not that they have it easier, but, gear does make your physique better. And me being natural, like, there's a certain level of intensity that I got to bring extra compared to someone who's, enhanced.
Right. And talking about that for just a minute, and, it's not something that I talk about too much because I know a lot of people are kind of tired of like hearing that conversation, but like in your own personal experience, like why is that important to you? Why is natural something that is important to you?
I think, I don't want to there's no names in specific, but a lot of people who are doing social media, doing the things I'm doing right now, it's just short-term gratification, right? You hop on gear, your physique looks great for a little bit, a few years. You get those extra likes, you get those more followers, but at some point, all this comes to an end. You're not going to be 40 years old taking shirtless photos at the gym. I mean, you might be at that point, but your physique's not going to look the same. You age, and gear, to me, I look a lot at the health side of it. I don't want to have any of the side effects like gyno, the rough skin, anything like that. I look a lot at the side effects. That's what kind of keeps me away of that. And just like once you hop on gear, it's like you're compared to everyone else who's on gear. So no shade or anything to anyone who takes it. Like, if you're competing, you're using it, then by all means go ahead. That's what you got to do to get to that professional level. But in my future, I don't see myself becoming an IFBB pro. I'm competing, just challenge myself, just have fun with it, just show other people what you can do naturally. And I feel like a lot of people really look up to me for maintaining my natural status. Every week there's another natty losing their natty card, and that's fine and all, but there's got to be someone, whoever it may be, to really show people what's capable naturally. And there's a lot of people out there doing it, and I love that, because your average the majority of the people who are following me are average people. They're not fitness influencers. They're not taking fitness to the extreme like me. They probably just like working out a few times a week. They're not running any gear. So the majority of the people that follow me can relate to me. So a big thing with social media is you got to be relatable. And that's why I feel like I've had success with it, and getting a platform is I'm very relatable. I'm just another dude who went to college. I've always loved working out, grew up playing sports, and I just took it to the next level. But I love maintaining my natural status, because the majority of people who follow me are in the same boat as me, and they just want to, look good in and outside of the gym. I don't desire that huge IFBB pro look. While it might be cool for a little bit, that's just not me. I like maintaining a healthy lifestyle. So, there's a number of reasons, but I just don't see myself taking that route. But if you do, that's totally fine,
Being down there at Alphaland and being around that community and that environment, what have you seen or what have you heard of that, is maybe not quite mainstream for, all around the country yet, that may be here soon?
Honestly, I gotta say, it's kind of trending now, but these mic'd up videos have been doing insane. People love just watching other people talk in the gym, because majority of the content that's been out there right now, it's like really cinematic gym edits, like hard style over it, whatever. But like when you turn the music off and you're literally just having a conversation in the gym, that's realistic. And it goes back to what I said about being relatable. People love to, like, I guess, see what you're doing in the gym, whether you're having a conversation with one, talking to yourself, obviously talking out loud because you got the mic on, but that's really trending. And you see so many people with these wireless mics on their shirts. And I've been doing them for my YouTube videos now. And those videos actually do a lot better because people love like the dialogue, just, you know, being able to relate to someone. So whether it's you talking about your workout, or you making a funny joke in the gym, or you doing a collab with someone, you all both got the mics on, just having a normal conversation, people really love that. And that's why I think it's trending so much and still on the come up. Like, it, trust me, like every day you see more and more people getting these mics. And I think it's really cool. Like, people got their tripod set up, they'll just set it at an angle and then they'll just do their thing. And, you know, the highlights of that clip, they'll put together and make some content out of it. But it's really, really trending right now. So I definitely say that. So I definitely want to hop on it for reels, because I do it on YouTube, but not for reels yet.
So with your, you know, with your prep and the next, what do we have now? A week?
We're 7 days out. So today's the start of peak week.
So what, you know, what's really going to, obviously, you know, the stuff that always changes, but like, what's going to be a little bit different for this peak week? You know, what are you planning on?
So I do have a coach, my boy Adrian. So it's very nice having him because he's local. Like, we worked out today, posed for like an hour. So having him with me has been a huge asset. Last time I did it, like I said, Shawley was my coach and everything was online, which, you know, worked and everything, but he wasn't there with me to work with me one-on-one. He had a lot of clients, but Adrian has put a lot of time and effort into me because he sees a lot of potential and things I can really show out in my class. So having him there is really beneficial. That, and I honestly just feel like I'm at a benefit because Alphaland just has so much. There's 2 posing rooms. Like, you can see your back. Like, everything's like perfect, like there for me to take advantage of. You know, you have the gym there, so much equipment, you know, cardio and gym too. There's no AC in there, so you sweat like crazy. Like, Alphaland really does give you an advantage when you're competing because there's so many people there to help you critique yourself on posing. So many people there to give you advice on how to peak. But just having a coach there in person is so beneficial, and having that posing room, I'm there every night. It does a lot. I'm very grateful for it. But I'd say the biggest thing that is going to change between last prep is my physique looks a lot better right now. I've had more than a year and a half to grow and bring in my weak points. So that and my posing. Last time my posing was a little bit off. I placed 3rd in 2020. It was first show, which I was ecstatic about. But, you know, looking back at my footage, there's a lot of things that I could have improved upon, which I'm really nailing down right now is my posing, because like I said, summer shredding gets more competitive every year. And I'm 6'2", I'm tall, and I'm about 186 right now. So while I'm lagging a little bit of size, I do have like a solid physique right now, but with not having as much size as probably some other people are going to hop in the show, what I really need to bring is that conditioning, that really good posing. So posing is like a big thing I'm working on, because a lot of people bring a great physique, but they don't know how to display it. So, you know, you put all this work in for 12, 14, even 16 weeks, but you get to the stage and you can't show it off. So it's like you're only doing a disservice to yourself by not perfecting your posing and putting in all that work just to, you know, half-ass your posing and not place ideally. So that's really what I'm focused on, is just posing, having Adrian there. It's with me. We're doing check-ins daily. Macros are changing daily, really just optimizing things the best way we can to bring the best package possible. So having Adrian, just having everything at Alphaland, like everything's literally there, and it's up to me to take advantage of it, capitalize, and execute.
Yeah. I always felt like posing would be such a hard kind of thing to do. And
initially, it is way harder than it looks. Like,
initially I was like, that you just go up there and you pose, but like thinking about it and talking to people about it, it's like you have to have a lot of body awareness. It's
so technical, and you have to have very good control over just about all the muscles in your body, especially your lats. And that's what me and Adrian have been focusing on, is really engaging my lats with my back pose. A lot of people just simply can't flare their lats. So, you know, you hit your back pose. People say it all the time, shows are won from the back. So if your back pose is good and you know how to really flare your lats and have a good mind muscle connection on stage and have the endurance as well, then you're set. Another thing is endurance. You go up there, pose, you got to hold it during comparisons for however long they might have you up there. If it's between you and another competitor, you might be up there holding the front pose for 2-3 minutes. So you got to have that conditioning, that endurance. You can't just bring the physique. You got to bring the endurance and the posing, and just have everything displayed the best way you can. So it's very, very important. It's so technical though, but I made a lot of progress.
And just thinking about holding a pose that long while also being in that state, physical state and mental state, from your prep. I just, it just is so crazy to think what really is involved in bodybuilding that most people don't think about. We think about the training and the eating, but how much stuff that there is involved in the sport is just almost insane.
100%. Like training and dieting is obviously a big thing, but like I said, all those smaller things like posing, just everything, it really adds up in the long run.
Yeah. And what do you think is that, maybe it's sleep or another type of recovery, whatever it may be, like, what is that thing for you that you have gotten better at, that you've seen make a kind of a big, help your bodybuilding over the last year and a half?
Honestly, just maintaining a leaner physique year round. I probably could put on a lot more size if I went on a huge extended bulk, but maintaining a lean physique year round, you have to be on top of your diet. So I've gotten very good at really like priming my metabolism for this prep by eating clean foods, making sure I'm not in a huge surplus, but also eating enough food to maintain my physique. But just maintaining that lean physique year round has been so beneficial to me because it's made this prep that much easier. Like I had 2 refeeds in a row the other day, 400 and 450 carbs. Nobody's doing that at 10 days out. But, my coach told me to, and it worked like a charm because I was flat. My metabolism, like I'm just tearing through carbs right now. And a lot of that is because of how I maintained my physique in months prior. Just staying on top of my diet, eating clean foods, drinking enough water. Most people don't even drink half a gallon a day. Today I'm on 2 gallons. So really just making sure your body is good beforehand a prep, that is very crucial to how your prep is going to go. So you don't want to be going from eating 4,000 calories a day of burgers and fries from McDonald's to going eating chicken and rice every other meal the next day for your prep, because you're only going to crash, and it's going to be that much more difficult.
Yeah. No, it's crazy. Like I said, how much stuff does go into it, how much thought, how much, of the human body, how much it gets, affected and impacted by everything that we do, and how even just like one meal or one night's sleep being a little bit off or whatever it may be can impact, somebody winning and losing. And to me, it's just everything's a consequence in this sport, and it can impact
There's so many
winning.
variables that you have to be mindful of. It's not simply just, all right, I'm gonna go make chicken and rice, drink some water, blah, blah, blah. Like there's so many other little things, like you said, sleep, your sodium intake, the amount of water you intake, artificial sweeteners, everything. It really does add up. Like there's so many little things like that, which is why peak week is so important, which is another reason I'm very grateful for my buddy Adrian. He's coached a number of clients, a lot of NPC clients who's got a lot of experience. So that's very, very important, is having another set of eyes on you to judge your physique, with a fresh set of eyes.
Right. But no, man, it was really cool getting to talk to you tonight. I really appreciate you coming on.
Likewise, man. Really excited to meet you. Definitely see you next Friday, but can't thank you enough for having me on, man. Really love what you're doing, and glad I could provide some value to you.
Absolutely. And if you want to share your social medias or anything like that while we're on here, you can go ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. So if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's just my name, Eric Ogle, ERICOGLE _. YouTube, just my name, Eric Ogle. TikTok, Eric Ogle. If you just search in the bar, it should pop up. But code Ogle on all raw gear and amp subs. You know what to do. But yeah, follow me on Instagram. If y'all have any questions, feel free to DM me. I always answer all my DMs. So again, huge thanks for having me on. If any of you guys watching have any questions, want to learn more about my prep, want me to answer something I didn't answer in this podcast, please send me a DM. Always love engaging, talking with you guys. So again, huge thanks, man.